Hey guys, my name is Jose Luis, and somebody asked me in YouTube to create a tutorial about indoor lighting. I don't know if it is said like this, interior, maybe. I don't know. And he said that he has a scene where there is no light coming from the outside of the room, and he asked me for setup lighting for this kind of scene. So I'm sorry. Um, he doesn't, or he did not give me s- some specific lights he has in his room. So I create my own. I'm sorry. I did a simple living room. Has a few things, few accessories. It has a table, a couch, something that looks like a TV. I don't know, a LCD screen. It has two lamps, some plants, frames for pictures of pretty girls, of course. And this is the result. Well, this has a little bit of composition too. Let me show you. Something very small. It's nothing fancy. So let's start the tutorial. Okay. First, I got already my scene, and what I did was find um, or what I do usually what I do on a regular scene with windows or doors or something is wonder where the lights come from. If there is a window, a door, there is some hole in the roof. I don't know how to say it on English, but you have seen it. So, like, uh, when you have no windows or doors or holes in your walls or roof, you need artificial light to illuminate the scene. In this case, I decided to add two lamps. One is over here, the other one is not here, but it's supposed to be here. It's because I did it after I did the scene. So I'm gonna copy it. Oh no, I'm leave it like this. I'm gonna copy when the lights are already set up. So let's start. The first thing I'm gonna do is adding a lamp, a point lamp. It's gonna be a point lamp right here where the bulb is. So let's add a lamp, Shift 8 to bring this menu, I don't know. And let's scroll down to lamp and add a point lamp. Okay. Now this point lamp has no shadows by default and has a white color. We will give it a warm color. I don't know, maybe like this. Okay, let's try this one. We are reddish lamp. I don't know, something like this. And let's try it. Well, let's see how it looks. Dimensions 75%. Sorry. Well, there is my ambient occlusion turned on. That's why it looks so bright. I'm gonna turn it off here in the work properties, work button, and turn off by checking this and unchecking this. Okay, so we have this warm color, but it's filling the whole scene, and usually lamps are not that strong. So I'm going to set up the fall off for a lamp. By default it comes to 25 units or meters. use meters. I configure it over here. On the units, I use metric, because here in my country we use metric, and almost all over the world we use metric. I think just England and United States use yards and that weird stuff. So I'm going to check this sphere button or box to see my range for the fall off of this lamp. I'm not sure if this affects how the lamp works. I'm checking it, but I know that I can see the fall off distance. Now hitting W when the lamp is selected, you can see fall off distance. Let's click it and reduce the fall off. I don't know, maybe to 5. You can do it by these parameters or these numbers. You can click and hit 5. Okay, so let's see how it looks. Okay, we have a nice fall off. You know, the room is lighted, illuminated, it's lit where the lamp is, and fall off when it goes far from the lamp. I'm sorry if I am a little bit messy with my English. I'm not used to use it. We speak only Spanish here. Okay, now I'm turning on the ray trace shadows, because we want some nice shadows projected from the lamp, and I want it soft. Maybe soft means 2 in the soft size, but by using soft shadows we need to add samples. These samples, I don't know technically how they work, but I know that more samples, more soft shadows, more render time. So I'm going to start to using 5 maybe, and adaptive QMC or constant QMC means, as far as I know, that there is a range or a threshold where it will stop sampling and start sampling another or start computing something else. I don't know. I usually leave it like this or use constant, so it will sample all that he has to sample and then start sampling another shadow or another, I don't know. So it's an annoying message. I'm gonna stop maybe the antivirus. Where do I stop it? Let's leave it this. So now I want to use shadows, and let's see how they look. Okay, now we have these nice shadows, a little noisy because of the samples, but it's nice. You can see the projections over here, maybe it's too dark yet, but we got the idea. There is a trouble or a problem when you do this setup I'm doing. It's because this has to be lit by this lamp. I guess this one too, but they are not, because there is a bulb and our lamp is inside the bulb. I'm going to take the lamp a little bit out. Okay, in any case nobody is watching. Where is the lamp from our camera? And I'm going to check this layer only on our lamp. This will make that our lamp only lit or illuminate and cast shadows by the or on the meshes that are on this layer, or the layer where the lamp is. If the lamp is on layer 2, well, it will only illuminate and cast shadows on layer 2. It is in 1, 2, 3. It will use the 3 layers, or you know, you understand. So I'm going to take the, I don't know how you call it. Here we say this is a lamp screen. I'm not sure if in English it's called the same, but I'm taking this lamp thing, move it to layer 2. Okay, now I'm going to, with shift 2, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we can change the layers. 1, shift 2, we have both selected and rendered to see how it looks, and it looks exactly the same. But this has a tricky thing that I will show you later. Okay, I'm gonna use a default material without specularity. I don't want specularity right now. It's just a clay material. You can say it's a clay, because this tutorial is about lighting, illumination, not materials, no shaders, no textures, bumping and everything. Okay, now I'm gonna add, I guess I did it wrong. Well, these lights that are projected on the roof and on the floor, because our lamp thing project them, make the light hit, or the light hit this part of the lamp and stop here, but some other part of the light hit the floor and hit the roof. Okay, so I'm gonna add some spotlights for this, to do this. Okay, I'm going to use the same color I used on the past lamp. Here on the hex button we can see the hex for the light. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna copy, to select my new lamp, I'm gonna paste it. Okay, now we have the same color of light. I'm going to reduce the fall off distance, maybe over here, and I'm going to increase the spot size. Okay. Now scroll down, make blend 1, and this blend, what does this blend is, look, okay, is make a fall off from the center of the light to the sides. It blurs it, I don't know, it make it blurry and soft, and I want to try how it looks, so I'm gonna do it like this. I'm leaving the shadows and buffer shadows. I don't need really good shadows because they are not necessary, I guess, right now. So now I have this one. I'm going to adjust 1.3, and copy this one with Alt and D. I'm sorry, that's my Facebook making this sound. Like I was saying, Alt D, and click, right click to cancel the movement of the link copy that I am doing. This cancels just the movement. You can see that there are 2 lamps now. Now I have this lamp selected. I'm going to hit R to rotate 180 degrees. Okay, so now we have a spotlight facing up, and let's see how it looks. have this nice effect, more shadow, more light here, a little bit here, a little bit here. You can adjust, of course, the strength of the light, the fall off distance, the spot size too. You can use ray tracing shadows, you can use buffer shadows. You gotta test everything and see what works better for you. Okay, now if I want to make this part of the lamp seems to emit light or let light through, we need to create a new shader for it. This is the only shader that I'm going to do in this tutorial, and it's very simple, has no texture or anything. This and the one from the TV screen or LCD screen. So this is layer 2. These ones, or these two, I'm going to move them to layer 1, and very important, hit is layer 1, or important methods. Okay, now I'm going to create a new material. Let's call it lamp thing, because I don't know how to say it. And let's take the same color that the light has. I still have it, so I just going to paste it over here. Okay. Of course there are no lights, so it's gonna render dark. I'm going to increase the emit amount about, I don't know, 0.4, maybe 0.4. Okay. I'm going to add or copy, better, copy this light with Shift D, not Alt, because we are going to change these parameters and we need it to be individually. Okay, so I'm going to increase a lot, maybe 80, this lamp's power, and add subsurface scattering to our lamp thing. I guess I'm going to copy the color here. I'm not going to explain this because I don't even know how it works exactly, but you know, testing, I have come to this conclusion. See, there is a cool effect of light coming through the lamp thing. I don't know how it looks better. I think 0.2, maybe. Okay, we can increase the emit amount, I don't know, 0.6, if we want to make it look more intense. Okay, now we lost this effect. I'm gonna leave it like this. You can try, you can test, always. This lamp is very important. It has this layer only. And let's see how it looks now. Okay, looks nice, but I like it at least. Now, I'm going to copy, now that I have this lamp lighting set, I'm going to copy all that I did with with A, I select and deselect everything, and the B key, B from bool, I don't know if in English there is a difference between B from bool and B from petata, but B from bool, and grab all that our new lamps with the lamp, the physical, and Shift D. I'm going to Shift D to duplicate them. I do Shift because maybe I want to change something and I want it like this. I don't want to affect everything else or all the other lamps. Okay, now let's hit render and see how it looks. Okay, nice. So now it has some nice lighting here from the back. I like how it looks. How it looks, the shadows. There's some shadows here, some shadows here. Now, if you are at night in your home and you are, I don't know, you want to rest, or you are there with your girlfriend, there is a nice mood, nice mood, nice and smooth, it can be smooth, I don't know, and you want it like this. But if you're seeing TV, the TV or the screen is going to produce some light too. So let's turn on the TV and try to produce. It's a neat TV. It's very good TV. I'm going to take this face from the TV and hit Shift S to take my cursor, I don't know, to the center of, or to the middle of my screen. Okay, I'm gonna leave edit mode with tab. I guess you already know this. I'm going to hit Shift A, lamp, area lamp. Why area? Because this one has the shape that I need. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees, facing the living room, or facing the room. Okay. Now in area lamps, the fall off is very, I don't know, tricky. You have a big fall off, and the lamp seems to emit very strong light. So I'm going to use a short fall off, maybe 1.3.2, and seeing it from the front. I know there is my screen. I'm going to adjust the area shape. It's rectangular, it's not square, so I'm using rectangle, and increase the size. Whoa. If it goes too much, you can hit Shift while scrolling, and the movement will be shorter, smoother. Not shorter, not smoother. I'm going to increase the Y size over here. Okay, and now this lamp will illuminate from this shape. Okay, but now it is inside the TV. If I render now, I'm sorry, maybe there is no light coming from it. Let's see. Okay, there is, but you know, looks weird. Looks like a ring light or something like this, I don't know. So I'm going to take the screen and do something similar, or something very, similar to what I did to the lamp thing. I'm going to take it, it's already selected, hit P to separate, and I'm going to separate my selection. Now I'm going to select my lamp, and I'm going to hit Ctrl Shift Alt and C and set origin to geometry. Now the gizmo, or the pivot point, is on the center of the geometry, and I'm sorry, to move it to layer 3. Okay, now if I render now, I should have a new light coming from the TV. There it is. There it is. Okay, it looks nice, but we better add some shadows so it can project shadows over here, maybe over here, I don't know, here too. I should project, I'm sorry, it's gonna project shadows here. Jesus, I need to practice more my English. Okay, so select the lamp, hit here, ray tracing shadows. Click here and select this layer only, because I'm going to activate the layer with the screen, and I don't want it to block the light. And I want this screen light to illuminate or to lit here too. So I'm gonna move it to layer 2 to layer 2, so it can illuminate this one that is in layer 2. Okay. Now I'm going to increase samples, something very low, because I'm testing. I don't need to see high quality shadows. Just need to see how it behaves on the scene, and leave it like this, or hit constant and render again. Okay, now we can see there are new shadows over here, very noisy shadows because of the samples, but it looks pretty nice. We have these artifacts, or these errors. Well, this is not such an error, but this looks weird. And I notice that this happens because the position of the light. So I'm going to move it a little bit out from the TV and try it again to see if it works. Looks like basically the same. Okay, let's see if I can move it a little bit more. Now let's put it like here. Okay, now we have some better behavior. You can, of course, adjust the energy or the strength of this light. I don't think the LCD monitors or TVs emit such a powerful light like the old TVs used to do. So I'm going to decrease to 2.6. I'm not saying that 1 is the energy that TVs use it to emit, but I don't know. It seems to me that it has much light coming from, but it's a matter of taste, I guess. You can do whatever you want. It's a free country, I guess. You're in a free country. So let's see. I'm going to create on layer 3 a new material called LCD string, and I'm going to increase the emit amount, I don't know, to 0.62, and see how it looks. It's very low emit, so I'm going to use it on .9. Okay, looks better now, and it's emitting light. Now we have a smooth or a warm mood on our scene. At least I like it. At least. So now we have this. Of course, you can add all the shaders you want. You can add a lamp over here that houses usually have, or some little lamps. Have you seen them? I guess. Have you seen them? I guess they usually are over here and over here, and well, you understand. By the way, this is called grease pencil. You hit D, keep it pressed, and draw with left click, and you know, it reminds me when I was in kindergarten. And hitting D or pressing D and right clicking, you can erase. Okay, and the properties of have grease pencil are over here, layers, and I don't know, color, thickness, I don't know what it is, frames, well, surfaces, this one surface is going to project here on the surface, the drawing with it, with the grease pencil. So now we have this. Let's add a little bit of compositing. So I'm going to hit Control left arrow of my keyboard, and this is the finished image, final image. I don't know, but I want to see the new one. How do I do this? I don't know. Here. Let it compose, I don't know. So what did I did? I took the render layer, I'm going to duplicate this and do the steps again. I hit Shift A, or press Shift A, and where is it? Color. We're adding nodes, by the way. If you are not familiar with nodes, you can see tutorials over the net, the internet. There are a lot of them, and this is a very nice part, or cheap part, or I don't know, branch of CG art. I don't know, but it's very cool. I encourage you to learn a little bit, at least from this node compositing. So I'm going to add a color, a gamma node. I'm not technically sure what this does, but I know it controls the gamma, and the gamma controls exposition, or the light, or how bright, or something like that is our scene. So I'm going to take it and compose. I'm going to kill this one. I don't want it because they make it slow. Okay, now you can see that when I decrease gamma, my image becomes brighter, but it lost some of color saturation. So first I'm going to make it a little bit brighter. Something I forgot about lighting RC. You can always use ambient occlusion. What is ambient occlusion? I'm not technically sure, but I know that illuminates and creates shadows by proximity. What does this mean? That this base is going to create a contact shadow over the floor by activating the ambient occlusion. You want to see? I'm going to show you. I'm going to duplicate this camera and Ctrl 0 to use it as my default camera. Shift F to activate flight mode. I don't know, it's like flying on a spaceship. And a little bit here. Okay. So if I want to see the ambient occlusion, this ambient occlusion, well, you can activate it by checking here. There is a lot of settings here: indirect lighting, ray tracing, gather, approximate. Never mind about this. Right now we are just going to see the distance, the strength, the fall off, and the add or multiply setup or option. If I do it in add render, it's gonna bright or illuminate our scene a lot. See? And now it creates these shadows here. Okay, let's do a render without this and see how different it looks. It's basically not materials or hard to see, but here are some shadows, and it's noisy. It is noisy because our samples, just like on the lamps that we saw before, more samples, more soft shadows, more render time. Okay, so I don't want it to be that bright, but I want to use the ambient occlusion because these nice shadows it creates. And it enhances detail too of the scene. You know, in the final render, you can see the details a little bit more because the soft shadows or the contact shadows make a limit, or I don't know, create a transition from objects. I don't know, but it looks nice, and it's a good way to fake global illumination. It's not the same, it's not even close, I guess, but it looks nice. So I'm going to decrease the factor, but before that, if I hit multiply, instead of lighting, creating this white light on our scene, it will just add the soft shadows, and it's going to darken our scene too. It's not going to lit, it's going to unlit. It's going to create, I don't know, more darkness on the scene. So if I hit render, you see it's a little bit darker, and we have our shadows, our contact shadows, nice shadows. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to stick with the shadows, the pretty shadows here, but I don't want it to be that dark. So I'm going to use a factor of 0.5 maybe, and hit render again. Okay, that looks better right now, and I guess I render it over the bright one, so I can't compare right now, but I think it's okay. So I'm going to leave it like this. The distance, if you increase distance, you are going to get a noisier image, but to me it looks more realistic. I don't know, you know. And the fall off will make the shadows fall off on a certain distance. I guess the strength marks the distance, you know, 1 meter or 1 unit from here to here, or .1 is going to make them fall off from here to here. You know, no, I'm sorry, it's inwards. Less strength lets the shadow go and go and go. More strength makes the shadow be more, I don't know, closer to the object casting it. I guess it works like this. But you can try it. Always you can try and see and say, hey, this guy is nuts. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay, so I'm going to delete this, and then I'm going to leave it like it was, 1 1. With follow up this, samples 5. I'm going to select my default camera. Here it is, and hit render. Let's wait it to finish. Wait for it. Jesus, what's wrong with my English? Wait it. Okay. Now that we have the render, here we have our composition. If I was fast, Control with the left or right arrow changes the screen to different settings. Animating, compositing, default. We are usually on default. Now I move to compositing. And Shift and Spacebar make the window full screen. The window you are over with your cursor. bit of light, or increase the brighter zones, and add a little bit of contrast with the second one. Okay, now I used the gamma. I lost a little bit of saturation, not too much. I'm going to get it back, so I'm using a hue saturation node, and the saturation is by default 1. 0 means black and white, and it looks nice. I guess nicer, or I like it. So saturation 1.03. It's not even visible, I guess, but if I do it too much, it looks ugly. Oh, no, that's not too much. See, now it's weird. So 1.035. Okay. What I'm going to do now? Oh yeah, I'm going to add maybe a filter. This is a filter I use much because it sharpens my render. It looks a little bit nicer. Right now, I use Shift A, filter. Okay, and select sharpen from this menu. Now it looks very sharp. Even increases our noise from our shadows, but it's because it's by default in 1 strength. I'm going to use it in .08 maybe. Okay, looks a little bit sharp. You can compare this with this node output split viewer. So connect this one before the node of filter, and you can see it, because this filter is gonna let you see a comparison or compare between. Okay, now I don't see it. Maybe I use this one from here. That is a lot much more different. And see it. Oh, here it is. So factor is this line without compositing, I mean with compositing, without compositing. See, you can see here is the comp one. No, here is the composite one. I don't know. I made a mess here. I guess the left means this. You can try and give me a tip, make a tutorial for me. Okay, so I'm going to keep working here. Stop talking. Shift A. Let's see, I want to use or to add some vignette. I learned this technique from Andrew Price and his blenderguru.com tutorials. Okay, where is it? I'm going to use a converter, math. I'm going to use a distort, lens distortion, and I'm going to connect them. I'm going to use a filter blur. It's a blur like the one you use on GIMP or Photoshop. Okay, get the viewer. Here we are. Here you go. Let's see what we are doing. Okay, now the lens distortion, I'm going to set it 1, distort, and it warps or distort our render. Now on the math node, I'm going to set value to 0 and select greater than. Okay, so it becomes all white. And on 70. 70. Okay. It doesn't look pretty good. 25. I need a circular shape. I don't know. Anyway, you can check this on Blender Guru's website. I am pretty sure he knows how to do it very well. And by last, I'm going to mix them or add the big net to our render. So I'm going to use a color mix. Select our last node with a filter and our last node with a big net and take it to the viewer. Oh, it didn't grab here. Okay, it looks pretty wide because it's not connected. Okay, compose and set to multiply the method. Okay, it's very hard, very strong right now. Use that far, maybe a little bit more. Fine, that's it. I don't know how much you like this. I like that fine. See, it looks very nice right now. The scene is very good lit, I guess. And you know, with textures and glass and I don't know, nice shaders, and it looks very nice. So by last, I want to enhance a little bit these colors. So I'm going to use color balance. Well, here, take the filter and place this one. And I'm going to add a little bit of color here. You know, it looks more warm and a little bit of contrast, but little bit, something like this. So it's more blue. It looks more bluish and reddish. On this part reddish, this bluish or blue. So I guess that's it for now. I'm going to maybe upload the mesh, the scene, so you can play with it. And I guess that's pretty much it. I hope you liked the tutorial. I hope, really hope I helped you